everybody. I'm here in our kitchen and we are whipping up what's for dinner. And tonight we're having a super yummy pasta with shrimp and basil pesto. So while you can buy basil pesto from the store, it is so much better and healthier. You know exactly what's in it, and it just tastes so much more delicious if you make it yourself. So all you'll need is a food processor and your ingredients. So my hubby Mike is here and he's gonna help us make this pesto. And then we're gonna put it together into this delicious pasta, show you exactly how to do it. So what do we do first?
First, you wanna roast your nuts. If you want to use pecans, you can do that. You wanna go on medium heat in a saute pan for about 3 to 5 minutes, or you can use pine nuts. If you have a nut allergy, leave them out, it's your call. So when you're roasting your nuts, when you smell the aroma in the air of you're smelling the nuts, well, that's the nuts releasing their natural oils. It's time to turn it off. You want to cool those nuts to room temperature before you add them to your pesto. The next step we're going to do, we've got a whole bunch of basil. What in the world do we do with all that basil growing in our garden? Okay, well, it takes about a pound of basil with the stem. We've taken the leaves off because we just want about a half pound. If you want to downsize and you don't have a garden, feel free to go to the grocery store and buy 4 1-ounce packages of basil, and you can go from there and you can downsize it. So we're going to start putting this in the food processor.
So we're making 8 ounces because we love pesto and we put it on just about everything. But you can do just 4 ounces. Find it in your grocery store. In the produce section, refrigerated, the herbs come in these little packages.
Because I have a large family of 6 and we like to have leftovers, reruns we call them. So now we're going to add our olive oil, which my favorite olive oil, California Olive Ranch. It's a really, all the olives come from one source, and that's the state of California. And I feel really good. It's a really fruity olive oil, so we're going to add that to it really slowly. While we've got our olive oil going. Are you making jokes here?
How much olive oil?
That's about 1.5 cups. Like I said, we're doing everything in bulk because I'll show you something at the end what we're going to do with all this pesto. Now.
So what's half of 1.5? That's what they need to use.
3/4 cup.
All right.
Put the rest of the leaves in here.
I was not a math major.
Oh yeah? You went to Franklin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Now, put this in here, bring it down a little bit more. Now I've got a little space. Now we're going to add our roasted pecans.
And if y'all don't have a food processor, you might want to go get one. There, you can do so much with these, and I was intimidated by this at first. It's really so simple.
Now we're going to add our cheese. You can use regular Parmesan cheese. If you want to use that Kraft stuff, you can. I like Reggiano, grated really finely.
Where do you find that?
You can buy it at Publix, Kroger, Sam's, wherever you like.
And it comes like in a huge block, right?
Well, you can get a bag if you don't have time to grate your own parm. I'll tear this down a little bit. And now my beautiful wife, my assistant sous chef, she's going to add lemon juice, about 3 tablespoons. Go ahead and add. Okay, there we go. Now we're going to add a half cup of minced garlic.
I like to make a mess when I'm in the kitchen.
That's why I'm here to clean up. Okay, now we got black pepper. You can do fresh black pepper, or you can just buy regular pepper and put it in there. Now we're going to use kosher salt. 2 teaspoons. And then just a little bit of sugar, about 1 teaspoon.
I might have confused this one.
That's all right. Now you're going to process this to a paste. I'm going to turn it off. Let's do a taste test to see how we're doing here. If you want to go back and season accordingly, you want to get more salt, more pepper, you do it to your personal liking. We're going to taste this.
It needs to be.
Delicious. I don't think we need more seasoning. There's still more leaves in here, so we're going to process it a little bit farther. What do you think?
Yeah, process it a little bit more. It's leafy.
Now, what in the world do I do with all this pesto? Okay, what I like to do, remember these? This is old school ice trays. what we're going to do is we're going to take this pesto, we're going to fill these ice cubes up, wrap it in saran wrap, put it in the freezer until frozen solid. Then you're going to pop it out, put it in a Ziploc freezer bag. So then when you're in a pinch and you need quick pesto, pop out a few cubes, let them thaw out at room temperature or in the fridge for a day or so, and then fold them into your pasta. But it's really convenient. It helps make a little bit go a long way, especially if you're on a budget. So let's look at this.
And while this takes a few minutes, we do this maybe like once every 3 to 6 months because we make enough that it'll stay in the freezer for that long.
Now what do you do with pesto? What kind of recipes do you do? Well, like I said, you can make a grilled chicken sandwich and you can use pesto as your condiment, your accoutrement, instead of mayonnaise, which is really healthy. You can also take a lot of those tomatoes from your garden and fold some pesto in and eat that as a side dish. But you can also make your own pesto pizza, which you can take some normal lavash, which you buy in your grocery store, or non-flatbread, spread the pesto as a base, and then add a little bit of red sauce and go from there and just voila, enjoy, bon appetit. That's it, guys.
I also like spaghetti squash, so I will use pesto with my spaghetti squash. That makes it tasty too. And you can do any type of pasta. A couple scoops of pesto, pasta, your protein and some veggies, and you've got a very delicious, healthy meal.